Hey guys, how's it going? I haven't made a video in a while, but what's new? Today I'm doing a book haul. I made a book outlet order in April. I also went to the thrift store and bought a few books, and then I pre-ordered 2 books. So you will see all of those. I'm going to start with my book outlet books. I have what is this edition called? Is it like Penguin in Bloom, Puffin in Bloom edition of Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I have this edition of Anne of Green Gables. I just think they're so pretty, and I've had Anne of Green Gables for such a long time, and I finally read it this last summer, and I loved it, and I wasn't expecting it, so I was like, hey, maybe I should give some more classics about kind of feminist young girls a try. And this is one of my mom's favorite books, so I thought I should try it out and also just have it in my collection because it's so pretty, and especially next to Anne of Green Gables. They just look so nice. I want to collect I think there's 2 more of this. I can't remember. I think one's Alice in Wonderland, which I have 1 copy up here, and then I can't remember what the other one is. The next 4 books are some of the Series 1 and 14 Events books. I already own number 6, 7, and 8, and I'm slowly collecting them if I can find them at thrift stores or on Book Outlet. So this is 1, 2, 4, and 5. I read these when I was a 5th grader, I believe. So it's been a few years, but I never actually finished the last book, which is so weird. Like, I read all 12, the first 12, and then the 13th, which is the last one. I read like half of it, and then the school year ended, so I had to give it back to the library, and I never finished it, and I don't really remember it very well, but this Series of Unfortunate Events is one of my favorite movies. I haven't watched the show, so I don't want it to ruin the movie for me, but I really love this storyline. I think it's so entertaining. If you watched my last vlog where I read the lowest rated books on my physical TBR, I read Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore, and spoiler alert, I loved it. So I decided to look for any more Anna Marie McLemore books I could find on Book Outlet, and I found all of her other books. So here's Blanca and Roja. I can't remember exactly. I feel like this is a retelling of something, but I can't remember if that's true or if it's just kind of like fairy tale like. Oh, it's an Ugly Duckling retelling. 2 sisters. One gets taken to be like a swan for the rest of her life or something like that. Anyways, I don't really know, but I'm really excited to read it because I love Anna Marie McLemore's writing. It's so good. And look at this naked cover too. It's like the prettiest, maroonish purple. So pretty. I'm so excited. The way she writes magical realism is so amazing. I wish I could have opened these on camera, but here's the thing. When I got them, I just opened them right away. But I got these 2 books, and these are both Anna Marie McLemore, The Weight of Feathers, and When the Moon Was Ours. I know basically nothing about either of these books. When I got them, they had a sticker on them that said, both of these had a sticker on them that said autographed copies. So I was like, oh, is that true, or is it just a random sticker? And it's true. And I squealed. I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. She's one of my new favorite authors. So I thought that was really awesome. I was so excited. So yeah, I know nothing about those except for that they're signed and that they're Anna Marie McLemore. I have Sadie by Courtney Summers, which I read an audiobook this past summer again. I don't know, sometime in 2018. I really love this book. If you haven't heard about this book, I don't know where you've been, because it's absolutely amazing, and there's been a lot of hype around it. It's about a girl named Sadie who goes on a mission to avenge her little sister's murder. And it's very dark, very gruesome, but it's told so well. It's told in Sadie's point of view, and then a podcast. The podcast is about finding Sadie, and it's her story. and it's really amazing. I really adored it. The last thing I got from Book Outlet was All the Rage by Courtney Summers. Again, I really don't know what this is about, but it's Courtney Summers, and I really love Sadie, and I've heard this is pretty good. So I'm really like hoping it's good. And I got it for like a couple dollars, so if it's not, you know, I can unhaul it without feeling bad about it. So I got 5 books at a thrift store a weekend ago maybe. The first book I got was If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo. My English teacher had lent me this book a few months ago, and I read it and I loved it, and I really wanted my own copy, but I already read it, so I didn't really want to pay full price for it, but I found it at the thrift store in really nice condition, and it was like $1, and so I got it, and I'm probably going to reread it someday, probably not like real soon because I just read it a couple months ago, but it was such a good story. If you don't know what this is about, it's about Amanda Hardy, who moves to escape the transphobia in her old town in Atlanta. But no one in her new school knows she is trans, and she's trying to keep that a secret, and she starts falling in love with a boy, and she's not sure how to tell him or how he will react if she tells him that she's transgender. Someone very close to me is transgender, and I had them read it as well, and they thought it was pretty good. I thought it was really good. It really reminded me of that person, so it was a very emotional time reading for me, but I highly recommend it no matter who you are. It's so good. Next 3 are I'm not sure if this series has a name, but the Summer I Turned Pretty series by Jenny Han. Jenny Han is like a queen of like teen romance. I've heard that these are pretty good, and I wanted to try them out, and these were like 50 cents a piece, and they're all in really good condition. It was funny though, like they weren't right next to each other, so I found the second one, I was like, oh, and I grabbed it, and then like way over to the side of the book area I found another one, and then in a whole different section I found another one, so I was pretty lucky to get all 3. And the last book I got at the thrift store, The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. I've heard a lot of really good things about this book. All I know is that it's about a princess, I believe, who runs away on her wedding day, and she has the prince chasing her and an assassin who's trying to kill her, and I think you read from both of their point of views, but you don't know which one's which, or something like that. Last 2 books that I pre-ordered for Defy Me, which is the 5th book in the Shatter Me series by Tahira Mafi. Shatter Me is about a girl who has a lethal touch, and her adventures. Highly recommend it. It's so good. Can't really tell you much about this book if you haven't read the other ones. And then I pre-ordered, which just got here today, Again But Better by Christine Riccio. I pre-ordered it a while ago, and now I'm not really sure if I should have, because I've heard a lot of negative reviews, or just mediocre reviews, but we'll see how I like it. So I only really know that this is about a girl, I think her name is Shane. Yeah. She goes to college, and then she gets like a second chance to do it better. I think she's like studying abroad or something. She likes a boy, I don't know. Something like that. I've just heard really mediocre things about it and kind of disappointed, but I'll have to see how I feel about it. Those are the 17 books I bought in the last month or so. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye!